People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone.
Greetings and salutations, all my YouTubians, ODYSEEans, Slayin Sayins, Cobra Kai's, and pumpkins that are smashing. I am Asherella. This is my channel, Original Asherella. And if you watched last week's video, you remember we talked about Wednesday, the newest revival of the Addams Family, the new Tim Burton Netflix series that is coming out this fall. And if you watched last week's video, you saw me in my Asherella as Wednesday vibed attire. And so, because last week I was Asherella as Wednesday, I decided this week I would do Asherella as Pugsley Addams. Now, I don't really have the girth to pull off very convincing Pugsley, nor am I a male, but the vibe is definitely there, I think, and again, mostly for my own amusement, but this is my Asherella as Pugsley look. What do you guys think? But today's video, we're not going to be talking about Wednesday, we're not going to be talking about Pugsley, we're going to be talking about Gomez Addams some more. In last week's video, I discussed the backlash over Luis Guzman being cast as Gomez and how different aesthetically and visually he is than, John Astin and Raul Julia. I personally, I'm here for it. I want to give Luis a chance. I'm very excited to see his, interpretation and portrayal of this iconic character. But those three are not the only people who have ever played Gomez. And so today, we're going to be watching clips of every Gomez Addams throughout the year. We're going to start with John Astin in the 60s series and work our way up. But a lot of people don't realize this, and I didn't until very recently, but Tim Curry, the original Pennywise, I personally love him as the concierge in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. That's my favorite Tim Curry role. I'm just kidding. But Tim Curry, this, iconic character actor, the original Pennywise, actually played Gomez Addams in a straight-to-VHS Addams Family movie in the 90s. And so we're going to be watching a little bit of that as well. And we're going to get into all of that in just a second. But before I do, you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on ODYSEE, follow the channel on ODYSEE. You can leave me a like. You can leave me a comment. You definitely can gently caress the notification bell so every time I upload a video, we don't smash like buttons, we don't blast like buttons, we're not mean to the like button around here. We're very, very kind and gentle, and we caress the like button. So don't forget to gently caress the like button. Follow me on my socials. I have the Insta thing and I have the Twitter thing. Okay guys, here we are again. My intro was filmed yesterday, and I filmed this video once already, but I didn't realize till I sat down to edit that OBS did not have the proper mic connected, so I had 40 minutes of video with no audio. So here I am again, refilming every Gomez Addams ever. That is, the lighting is different because it's different time of day, and my outfit is different, but I did try to keep the Pugsley vibe going with today's attire as well. But again, if you forgot, because I'm rambling, we're going to be watching every Gomez Addams ever. Clips from every actor and voice actor who has portrayed Gomez over the years. So first up, we've got the original Addams Family TV series, John Astin, the classic, the iconic, the number one, in my opinion, tied for number one, Gomez.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You meant to blow them up? Of course. Why else would a grown man play with trains?
He's always...
One thing that I love about Gomez's character is that, they are this affluent family, and, he's a businessman, and he's in this really passionate romance, but Gomez always keeps, this, whimsical, child at heart vibe, and we get that with all the Gomez's in a little bit different ways, but John Astin, he set the bar so high for Gomez.
Is developing outside interests.
Right now I have the most enviable collection of coroner's reports in the neighborhood. I took his pulse just before you got here.
And?
Well, either my watch has stopped or he's been dead for 20 minutes. Un momento, querida.
I just want to say really quick, Carolyn Jones, like, what a babe. Like, she is, like, amazing. And little known fact, Carolyn Jones was actually Aaron Spelling's, first wife. Aaron Spelling, like, the big Hollywood, like, producer. Yeah, she was Aaron Spelling's first wife before he was anything. Just random fact.
It's down. It's up. It's down. It's gone. Swear in.
I object.
You object to your own witness taking...
Another little random side fact, this gentleman right here, the actor that is playing this judge, is also Otis, the town drunk, in the Andy Griffith Show. Mayberry, town drunk. There you go. Now he's a judge. Not bad.
Taking the oath?
I certainly do. It cramps your style.
Surely you recognize your own offspring?
No, but the girl does resemble you.
And Pugsley's the image of you.
He is?
Well, naturally. Look in the mirror.
I'm afraid.
But I want her to realize that he's beautiful on the inside, too.
He is. I've seen his x-ray.
Kiss my arm.
Your arm?
Darling, I'm yours. From shoulder to knuckle.
Isn't that rather unsanitary? First thing we'll do is obtain an injunction.
An injunction for what?
Oh, I'll think of something. Doesn't hurt to have one handy.
Lurch, he's been stabbed.
Nonsense, darling. That's the way he sings.
He'd be better stabbed. Has anyone ever told you you have the softest brown eyes?
No. Besides, my eyes are blue.
I wonder no one has ever told you.
Like, John Astin just does such a great job of, like, you know, portraying this intensity, like, of the romance between him and Morticia. And it's very campy and it's very cheesy, but, like, you know, that's, like, relationship goals, you know?
You're not going to take that lying down, are you?
Lying down?
Certainly not.
I'm going to stand right here and do a little thinking. Hi, George. What a beautiful...
Gomez has always done yoga. And, you know, this is, like, way back before it was, like, cool to do yoga. I guess, like, in the 60s when that was becoming, like, you know, something people did. And it's really, really silly. But there's, like, a couple of episodes where he talks about, like, Yogi somebody who's, like, his, like, yoga guru or whatever. And I don't know. It's just small things like that that Gomez, Morticia, and the rest of the family does that are, like, you know, unexpected, but not, I don't know.
Full moon. What a sign of life. Nothing but solid rock.
Gomez, it's Uncle Fester's head.
What's it doing up in the sky?
Gomez!
Oh, pardon. No wonder it looked like a rock.
Wrestle the alligator, a live alligator?
Not very sporting, wrestling a dead one.
Right, that is so true.
The witch's ditch is mainly full of pitch. The witch's ditch is mainly full of pitch.
No! No!
How's the market, dear?
Closed. I just do this to keep in practice.
Like, I love it. I don't know.
Very sensible.
What are you gonna name him, Cousin S?
Which is the front end of... Oh, now I see.
Merry Christmas!
Hey, Dunder! Hey, Blitzen! Let's get moving! Knee bone's connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the backbone. The backbone connected to the neck bone. And the head goes up on top. Alley-oop. Aha. Ha. Hoot. Ha. Ha. Hoot. Alley-oop.
I don't know what would have become of me if I hadn't met you.
You were fortunate, my dear.
All right. Okay, so that is John Astin, the original 1960s Gomez. Now, we're going to watch a couple of things. There was a 1973 Addams Family animated series. And the first thing we're going to watch, this is kind of like a PSA, Smokey the Bear commercial that they brought the Addams Family into. And To be honest, of everything Addams Family created over the years, this is very low on my list. It's not great. It's not great.
Oh, it's a lovely night, Karina.
Yes. Okay, and that voice, like, I'm sorry that is not Gomez Addams' voice. He is not, I don't know, that's like that generic 1970s bad guy villain voice that they use. And I believe the voice actor that does this voice is named, like, Lenny something. But no, this Gomez Addams, no. And then you got Wednesday in a pink coat, please. Who drew this? Who animated this? Like, really? And then you got Pugsley in green and blue. Nah.
And the campfire is too warm and cheerful. I think we should put it out.
Smokey Bear says you should always put out your campfire.
Right, because Wednesday would really be like best buds with Smokey Bear. Like, this is horrible. Wednesday would be like, you know, the one in the forest playing with matches. I'm not here for this.
Very well, Wednesday. Get some water. First, we'll drown the fire. Then we'll stir the coals. And drown it again.
Is it out now, dearest?
Dead out.
Darling, what a lovely...
It's so bad, and that is so not the Addams Family vibe. Here is from the actual show. We're just going to watch a little bit of this because, like I said, I feel like this is, like, very... It does not do the Addams Family and Gomez and the other characters justice by any means.
Give me, Karina. I thought you were in the arms of a strange man.
Gomez, you know you're the only strange man for me.
You two again. You'll pay dearly for this.
Oh, I already did, my good man. $1,000.
Really, darling, we ought to be getting back to the children.
You're right, Karina. Lurch, oh Lurch, yoo-hoo.
Like, this Gomez sounds like kind of effeminate. Fun fact, though, the voice actor that does the voice for Lurch on this series is Ted Cassidy, the guy that is Lurch. And then, very, very small little known fact, Jodie Foster does the voice of Pugsley.
Yes, Lurch, it's time we were getting back to the park.
All right. So that was the 1973 Addams Family series, like animated series. Now, for my favorite Gomez, aside from John Astin, I love John Astin so much because he really developed the character. Raul Julia, who plays Gomez in the 1990s movies, it's like he took what John Astin did with Gomez and then put his own like flavor and spin on it. One thing that I like about the Addams Family in the 90s movies is that you have that same level of like campiness and you have that same level of like kind of cheesy and almost slapsticky humor, but it's a little darker and it's a little sinister, and like Gomez is just a little more passionate and a little darker, and like, you know, it's like the 60s Addams Family darkened up. It's like they match up with my black sparkly heart perfectly. So Raul Julia is such a good Gomez. Let's watch a little bit from him.
Man, justice! Someone has married my brother.
No.
She took him to Hawaii.
Get out of here.
They have moved into a large, expensive home where they make love.
This scene is actually from Addams Family Values. That was a sequel to the 90s movies. We know because we've got little baby Addams here. And this is the movie where Uncle Fester marries Joan Cusack.
Constantly.
I hate when that happens.
Arrest her at once without delay.
Who?
Debbie, my brother's wife. The temptress of Waikiki.
Who are you? What?
The temptress of Waikiki.
Are you? Who moved the rock?
Officer, you must issue a subpoena. I believe they own...
Gomez, no.
A Buick!
Just leave. Leave quietly. Leave now. Don't make me call Ringling Brothers.
Has the planet gone mad? My brother, passion's hostage. I seek justice. Denied. I shall not submit. I shall conquer. I shall rise. My name is Gomez Addams, and I have seen evil. I have seen horror. I have seen the unholy maggots which feast in the dark recesses of the human soul.
They're at camp.
I have seen all this, officer. But until today, I had never seen you.
Hook 'em, buck 'em, cook 'em.
Now!
Okay, so Raul Julia, he soliloquies so well, and like, you know, he has so much like fire and passion and intensity with his Gomez. It's so good. And we'll watch a little bit more Raul Julia and Angelica Houston as Morticia here, because like, why not? We love them, they're great. It's the best.
I would die for her. I would kill for her. Either way, what bliss.
Okay, here's the difference between John Astin and Raul Julia. Like, those lines are exactly something John Astin's Gomez would say, but rather than, you know, the way Raul Julia just says it, you know, either way, what bliss. John Astin would say it like, either way, what bliss, you know, like, and that's the difference between them. And it's like, you know, it's the same Gomez, their delivery is just different.
Unhappy, darling?
Yes. Yes, completely.
Gomez. Son, il me perce comme un poignard.
Morticia is a, you know, expert gardener. She's got her, like, carnivorous plant there in the background hiding from the sun. Very nice touch.
Oh, Tish. That's French.
Oui.
Cara mia.
It's so romantic.
En garde, Monsieur Soleil.
Gomez.
Querida.
Last night you were unhinged. You were like some desperate howling demon. You frightened me. Do it again.
It's so good. It's just so good. It's so good. Okay, so Raul Julia, definitely, probably, him and John Astin tied for my favorite. It's hard to say because they're very different. But, okay, so next up, we're going to look at the 1990s Addams Family, like, animated series. This is a different animated series from the 70s, obviously. This is a Hanna-Barbera creation, and, one great thing about it is that John Astin resumes the role as Gomez in this one. Of course, he's just a voice actor, but we get that classic Gomez with it. So let's check out this one.
Your helmet and notified the press about your stunt.
Not really here for this Morticia voice, but...
But this helmet's about 2 sizes too small for me. It'll squeeze my head like a vice.
Just the way you like it.
Picture this, Tish. I'll be shot from a cannon, soar across the city, and ricochet wildly off the buildings in downtown Happydale Heights, before flying home and landing in a cup of tea in the foyer. Thanks, Thing.
You know, it's funny that they put Thing in a box like that, because, like, back in the 60s, they had to do Thing out of a box because that's the only way. You know, you didn't have special effects back then. Then, you know, as filming techniques improved, CGI, stuff like that, you could have Thing not come out of a box. This is animated. You could have Thing doing anything. So it's interesting that they had Thing come out of the box like that.
But, darling, that's the same thing you do every Thursday.
It's the same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Ah, yes. This time, I'll be knitting a sweater.
Okay, Gomez has an anarchy symbol on his Daredevil suit. Let's see. Maybe this was in the 90s. Maybe he just got done watching the video for Smells Like Teen Spirit or something. Let me know in the comments if you're a 90s kid and you had an Anarchy t-shirt. I really want to know, because like I think every 90s alternative kid did.
And everybody knows I can knit.
A brilliant idea, Boobala.
Tish, that's French.
No, darling, it's not.
Well, it's close enough for me. Zurus, Zimmus, Verblonget, anything.
Your helmet, darling.
Thank you, Tish. Wow. This is the day that Gomez Addams fails, and I owe it all to my living genius of a brother.
Oh, don't mention it.
Okay, one thing really quickly. In the original Addams Family and in the 60 series, Uncle Fester is not Gomez's brother. Uncle Fester is Fester Frump, Morticia's uncle. Uncle Fester started out as Morticia's mother's brother. And, you know, Grandmama, you know, is Gomez's mom, but Uncle Fester, he was not Gomez's brother until the 90s movies. And I'm cool with it. I'm here for it. They did a great job with it. And that's just kind of how it is now. But few people realize, unless they watched the, old series, that Uncle Fester is actually Morticia's uncle, not Wednesday and Pugsley's uncle. I mean, he is still.
I do hope my darling Gomez fails.
Oh, don't worry, Morticia, stop. I've spent my life studying the fine arts of failure. Well, my plans are guaranteed to.
Are you all right, darling?
Want a sweater?
I'll take it.
Okay, so that's very... one thing about the 90s animated series is that they really tried to...
Where is the boy?
Sorry, they really tried to, capture some of the same style of humor as the 60s animated series, and that was kind of in the height of the Addams Family movies popularity. But, okay, so this one I'm so excited to show you guys, because Tim Curry, the original Pennywise, Tim Curry, the iconic character actor, Tim Curry, as I mentioned before, who is the concierge in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, actually plays Gomez Addams in a straight-to VHS Addams Family movie. Now, the clips we're going to watch here is from that, and Daryl Hannah is Morticia. I'm just going to be upfront right now. I hate Daryl Hannah as Morticia. I don't hate Daryl Hannah. I hate her as Morticia. She's not Morticia. But let's watch, and I'll let you know kind of as we go.
To agony until our lives finally
Tim
draw
Curry
to
as
the
Gomez.
close with a disquieting... Oh, I'm so glad they came to stay with us for a while. Is there nothing to ease the unspeakable sadness that fills my heart? Oh, good. The mail is here.
Life is so simple for you, isn't it, Alicia?
The alligator's name's Alicia.
Thank you.
Wasn't it? He'll be coming by to help irritate you while we're away. And please, could you get rid of these?
Let's see. Roadmap, chainsaw, scalpel, rib spreader.
I don't hate Tim Curry's Gomez. I'm here for it. However, he does a good job, being an intense Gomez. But Tim Curry, just how he is as an actor, and I don't think he can help it, he's always a little whiny. It's like he is Gomez, but he's like Tim Curry as Gomez. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is in order. What happened to Pugsley on Wednesday?
Oh, Gomez, I'm afraid I left that frayed old electric blanket of ours plugged into the light socket next to the leaky faucet in the bathroom upstairs. Do you think Granny will be wearing her favorite steel wool bathrobe and copper-plated slippers?
Oh, don't.
Okay, Daryl Hannah is not a good Morticia. She does not have the vibrance that Morticia has. And one thing, even though they're the Addams family, they're spooky and they're kooky, right? And they're dark and they're like the original goth kids, you know? But like, they've always had this like vibrance and passion for life. And Daryl Hannah is just way too mopey to be Morticia Addams. She doesn't have the vibrance that you need to be a convincing Morticia. You know, I love her as a blonde mermaid in Splash. I love that movie. She's great in that. That's a great role for her. But Morticia Addams, nah.
Worry, my dear. I'm sure she will.
How's our patient doing?
Not too well. I might have to operate.
Okay, I don't like this Pugsley either. They went a little too girthy in the casting, and I'm not trying to be an asshole or sound like a jerk, but like, no. Like, and the kid's not a good actor either.
Well, okay.
Hear that? Like, wow, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Tim Curry has a little bit of whininess to him no matter what character he plays, and like, he's a whiny Gomez.
But you remember our little lesson from last time, don't you?
If the patient refuses to stop screaming, offer him some anesthetic.
Good boy, Pugsley.
You must be the distant relatives that just checked in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dolores, and I've just been done.
By the way, this is called the Addams Family Reunion, and the premise is that Gomez and Morticia, the family, are going to a family reunion.
Fine to meet you.
Likewise, of course.
Dolores, what a beautiful name.
In Latin, it means pain and sorrow.
Your mouth is, say, 10,000 again?
10,000 of my money against your medical specialty services?
You silly fool. I'll bury you.
That's never stopped me before.
Showing.
Okay, see, there's some bad writing in this because, like, if this was the 90s movies or the original series, that guy would have said, I'll bury you. And Gomez would have responded with, oh, what hospitality, you know? Not, that's never stopped me before.
Oh, look out. Et voila. How about ping pong, double or nothing?
What do you think?
Gomez, sometimes it's by fluke, but, like, he's good at everything. He's successful at everything. Like, it's not even necessarily all by skill.
Dearest.
Sometimes.
I'd give my right arm to see you lose.
Compadre, you've got yourself a deal.
Another skunk game.
Okay, Gomez. No use beating a dead horse.
Maybe not on your side of the family.
Again, bad writing, because, like, Gomez would have responded to that with, oh, that's after dinner activity. Like, no use beating a dead horse. You know?
die, you fool.
Well done.
Not now, dear. We'll be late to dinner.
The late Gomez and Morticia Addams. I like the sound of that. Oh my God, have they lost their minds entirely?
Okay, again, another example of horrible writing for this script. Okay, the real Gomez Addams, like, Gomez would never have responded like that. He would have been like, look, Tish, they've lost their minds entirely. And it would have been like a positive, like, upbeat thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to let me sit down and rewrite the script for this movie.
Don't look, dear.
Well, I can't help it. It's so hideous. Close enough. Care to dance?
This movie would have been so much better if, like, the writers would have, like, gotten the Addams Family vibe. But, like, the vibe's just not there. There's always a dance scene between Gomez and Morticia. They look like they're about to do the merengue at, like, the Sheldrick, like, in Dirty Dancing or something. Okay, this is probably one of the least impressive Gomez and Morticia routines I've seen. I mean, it's not bad, I guess, but it's no mamushka. Of course, I guess the mamushka is Fester and Gomez. Mamushka!
You and me, so smooth, so cool. You wish you could be so amazed with your mouth up and wide. Romance and passion come from inside.
Oh my God, did you see that? How bad of editing is that? I wonder if it's just in the YouTube video or if it's like that in the movie. Look. It was like, and then she said, oh my God, horrible editing.
Turn my own family against me.
This guy
and
looks
rob me
like,
of my rightful inheritance.
Dr. Philip.
He looks like a transgender version of Elle from Kill Bill.
You give me altogether too much credit.
Is Elle Daryl Hannah also? I think so, actually. Huh, what a coincidence. I do like the character Elle.
I take it we're no longer limiting the stakes to $10,000, huh?
Looks like we'll finally get to see how blood runs in the family. Hey, darling?
Foster care. You are under arrest for child abandonment, child endangerment, and child abuse.
Plus aggravated assault.
Yeah.
Attempted murder. And maybe even a successful murder.
I demand a reunion, dear one. A reunion, nothing less. We must tear down these walls.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the writing on this is like not good. I mean, how many times can I say that? And how many times can I say I don't like Daryl Hannah as Morticia Addams?
Rip apart our shackles.
Even if we die violently in the attempt.
You're free.
Okay, that works for me too.
See, that's okay. That's definitely how Gomez would have responded.
Feeling gloomy, darling.
Oh, yes. Terribly.
Daryl Hannah is like she's too breathy and y'all get me. Okay, so that was the Addams Family reunion 1998, I believe, with Tim Curry as Gomez Addams. Now, also in the 90s, there was a TV series called The New Addams Family, and it had a new cast. There was a couple crossover actors, but Glenn Toronto or something like that plays Gomez in this series, and it's not great. It's funny, it's campy, it's kind of entertaining. The thing that I will give the actor that plays Gomez in this TV series is that it's like he's trying to recreate John Astin's Gomez, and it's really just like he's imitating Gomez like throughout the whole series, or John Astin's Gomez throughout the whole series, which I can appreciate that because that's the classic, that's the original, and he does a pretty good job of, trying to be John Astin. And this series actually does recreate many of the original Addams Family episodes, but just in this new Addams Family. So let's watch some of this. And this one's got I chose this episode specifically because it has a bit of a surprise in it.
At last, I'm king of the coals! Not so fast!
Look, a letter from Grandpapa Addams.
Grandpapa Addams? How is the old charmer?
Well, let's see. Oh, he burned down his house. Again.
How do you do it this time?
He soaked the carpets in kerosene and torched them.
Accidents will happen.
Oh, look.
This chick, the girl that plays Wednesday, she looks so familiar. She's in other things later on, like as a teenager, but I just can't quite place her.
He's coming to stay with us while they rebuild his neighborhood.
Wonderful! I'll have Lurch install an extra gas leak in the guest room.
Mother, why does Great-Grandpa always burn down his house?
He likes the company of firefighters. You see, he's been very lonely since Great-Grandmama Delilah passed away.
Poor thing. She was rollerblading with her headphones on. Didn't even hear that Mack truck.
Come, Pugsley. Let's go play in traffic. I'll let you wear my brand new blades.
You know, we could all learn a thing or two from Wednesday about being kind to others.
Definitely campy. All right, let's fast forward through this intro. Glenn Toronto, or Taranto, however you want to pronounce it, to the actual episode. Here we go.
Harder! You're not getting all the kinks in.
Poor Grandpapa Addams. I hear he visits Delilah's marble crypt every day.
Good thing he keeps it in the basement. Saves on travel time.
I know what Grandpapa needs.
Fire insurance?
Besides that, he needs to play the field, live a little.
Esther, you may be right. Darling, why doesn't Grandpapa date?
He tried, but he couldn't find anyone who would wear Delilah's wig.
He should visit Club Fed.
Club Fed?
It's the single resort for ex-cons. You get to lie out on the rocks of Alcatraz.
I don't know that ex-cons are really Grandpapa's type.
Well, they have other ones.
This guy kind of looks like John Astin in the face a little bit, but he definitely does a good job, like, imitating his facial expressions and, like, intonation.
Club bed? No, too risque. Club shed? No, that's for lepers only. Ooh.
Club shed is for lepers only.
I know. Club dead.
It does have a nice ring to it. Swinging resort for singles over 50.
And a nice view of the cemetery. Gives him something to look forward to.
2 weeks at Club Dead it is. It'll be our gift.
Gomez, darling, let's not tell Grandpapa until the last day of his visit. We don't want him to think we're trying to get rid of him.
He's here! He's here! He's here! He's here! Mama! Morticia! I'm so excited!
Grandpapa Addams is here. Wonder who it's gonna be.
I'm back!
Oh, it's so good to see you, Mama.
That's John Astin, if you did not pick it up. That's the original Gomez from the 60 series. And you know, John Astin never really let Gomez go. He was very much a part of, you know, just who he was, his public persona throughout the rest of his life and his career. And you know, there was many times he went back to being Gomez in one way or the other. And I love that Grandpapa Addams is John Astin on here.
Cara me.
Hi, Grandpapa.
Oh, there's nothing like the smell of Fester in the morning, is there?
Oh, go on.
Well, it looks just like home. Even has smoke damage.
Where's that young Gomez? Ha ha!
Lurch, refreshments all around.
Good old Grandpapa. He just got here and already it's like he's head of the household.
Morticia, this living room's absolutely dreary. My compliments.
Why, thank you.
You know, you haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you.
I will say, John Astin looks pretty good. So he was Gomez in like the early 60s. This is in like the 90s. Like, he's held up pretty well over the years.
You're just as ravishing as the day you graduated from finishing off school.
Well, the formaldehyde helps.
You look old enough to be my mother.
Finishing off school.
Flatterer.
I'll lurch.
I wonder if those are hypnotic martinis.
Thank you.
Hey, Lurch, you really know how to make a cocktail. Just the right amount of vermin.
So, Grandpapa, what will you be doing while you're in town?
Oh, well, let's see. Oh, yes. Nothing. Sounds like a plan to me.
It is.
By the way, I had Lurch install the deluxe rack in the guest room.
It's a good one, too. It'll numb all the feeling in your legs.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, everyone, a toast. A toast to family and, standing 3 inches taller.
I really love that they gave Grandpapa Addams a train scene in his, you know, return to the Addams family.
Cucamonga Palace. There it is. Now, check the fuzz button 741.
Better come inside, let me teach you how to jump. Oh, you gotta jump, jump. You gotta jump, jump. Then you win, you gotta jump, jump. Then you win, you gotta jump, jump. Then you win, you gotta jump, jump. Then you win. Papa's in the icebox looking for a can of ale. Papa's in the
You're like, come on, just do it. I just want to see them explode and wreck.
icebox looking for a can of ale.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Woo!
Beautiful.
I love it. They should have made a bigger explosion though. Okay, so we have one last Gomez to watch, and of all the Gomez's, this is probably my least favorite. These are from the 2019 Addams Family movie, the animated movie that came out. There's a sequel to it also. Like I said this before, I hated the animation style, so I never watched them. And then the clips that I've watched, I still feel like I'm okay with that choice. But let's watch this Gomez as well.
Husband and wife, quick, put the light in the coconut, drink them both up.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, Gomez, you have torn down my walls and stabbed your name onto my heart.
My one temptress.
Morticia doesn't talk like that. She doesn't talk like this. She doesn't have that.
Your hand is as cold as a dead fish.
My love, that is a dead fish.
So it is.
Okay, so this Gomez looks like they took a Muppet and like threw it in a pond. It looks like a wet Muppet.
Are you ready for your Margot makeover? Quite. Pugsley's been climbing the walls in anticipation.
That's a little sinister. That's a little Legion-y.
Yeah, well. Let's take a look around, shall we? And before you say anything, you're welcome.
Wednesday will be home soon, so why don't you come and join us?
Oh, very well.
At least we still have Gomez doing some yoga in Morticia's iconic chair.
F6.
Pugsley, you heard your mother. Blow F6.
Fire in the hole!
I'm king of the world! Near, far, wherever.
Uncle Fester is playing Titanic in the bathtub. Okay, so look at this animation. I freaking hate it. I hate it. I do like that double-headed rubber ducky, though.
Yes! You sunk my battleship!
Well done, Pugsley. We gather today to witness my son, Pugsley Addams, perform his saber mazurka.
Evidently, the Addams family is some kind of secret society now.
Well, I have to admit, I admire her work.
Let's do this then. It's locked and loaded, Margot.
Let's go get him!
Oh, how lovely. The spirit's home.
Of course, the dance scene between Morticia and Gomez. But, like, look how ugly this animation is. I just don't like it. The aesthetic is way off. Oh.
Finally, back to normal.
Healers!
Okay, guys, that is the last Gomez Addams to watch until Luis Guzman, comes out as Gomez in the new Netflix series Wednesday. I'm really excited about that. What is your favorite Gomez? What do you think of all these Gomez's? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. Let's talk about the Addams family. Let's talk about whatever. Leave any suggestions, anything you want to talk about in the comments. I am Asherella, the original. This is my channel, Original Asherella. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on ODYSEE, make sure you follow. You can gently caress the notification bell on either platform so you know every time I upload a video. You can leave me a like, leave me a comment, follow me on my things. I have the Insta thing, I have the Twitter thing. Go to Twitch, find Original Asherella on Twitch. Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live Kino and commentary on Original Asherella, so check that out. Always tap in, never tap out, and don't forget to keep on slaying like a Sayin.